The Lexus Eco Challenge is an annual competition for middle and high schools that encourages students to identify a local environmental problem and come up with a solution. We won this competition.
Over the summer, when I have lots of time to plan, I was out on my boat and saw a number of mangrove propagules floating by, and my husband Scott and I picked them up thinking maybe we could plant these in our mariculture system that we're converting from fresh to saltwater for a project this year. I began thinking with my students about different opportunities they could have with the Lexus Eco Challenge and what were some ideas for group projects. And I asked a group, would you be interested in taking over these mangrove propagules and seeing what you could do with that? And so they did. The Mangrove Miracles was born.
For our regional project, we planted mangroves on our campus. We did research about them and studied the mangroves. We contacted organizations to talk about mangroves with them. And we also are going to go to a local park to replant the mangroves there. Mangroves are very beneficial for our environment because they're the #1 climate tree. And they also store much more carbon than other trees. They release oxygen, prevent erosion from wiping houses away, stop floods from destroying cities, and they're a habitat for many different species of animals, including birds and fish. And they also have a leaf that's called the sacrificial leaf, and it sucks up pollution and gets rid of it with just 1 drop of water.
This group of 5 6th graders took on this project. They researched all about mangroves. They wrote letters to people. They looked at ways that mangroves are beneficial. They spoke to people. They worked outside of the classroom here in our garden at North Broward, measuring the mangroves and caring for them, and eventually won the regional prize for middle school of the Lexus Eco Challenge.
It felt really great winning because our group worked super duper hard on this project, and that also means that we made a big impact on our earth.
I was really excited. I didn't think that we were going to win.
We tried to make an impact on the world by encouraging schools to do a project similar to ours. What we try to do is encourage schools in different areas to work with the universities and organizations to help with their project. We already contacted multiple schools about this. Some of the schools we contacted are Brazil, Singapore, Abu Dhabi, Massachusetts, and Kenya.
So this is the mangrove, and it starts out as a mangrove propagule, so it starts from here and goes up to here, so that's the mangrove propagule, which is a mangrove baby. And our teacher, Miss Kennedy, collected the mangrove propagules from the water in the ocean, and we grew them here at school, and they're about 6 months old, and we measure them from here up because that's how much they grow, because they start out as the propagule. And these are the roots of the mangrove, of course, and we're hoping to keep the mangroves healthy when we replant them at the local park and keep the roots safe.
So this system takes the fish that are in this container. We use red fish, and the water, the waste from the fish is circulated through 3 smaller tanks where bacteria convert the waste into nutrient that's used here in the plant beds. So in this first plant raft, we're using clay pellets as a media for the mangrove trees. Underneath the clay pellets is a layer of salt water. We run about 7 parts per thousand, which is what the baby redfish seem to prefer. And the mangroves are doing great in that concentration of salt water.
So what I think was the most important part of our project was that we all worked together as a team, and we all made a great impact on the earth using a mangrove tree and also spreading the word about our project.
If you are interested about our project, follow our journey on Twitter, Insta, and Facebook. Thank you.